Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Home and Away Diaries. So this is a quick update on Switzerland trip. Can you believe it? We are actually leaving in 3 days' time. I'm so excited. Um, I think I'm more excited than I was for the Bangladesh trip. I'm not sure. Um, yeah, so I'm just busy sort of like packing and doing bits and bobs and just making sure the house is clean, and I've done all the house things because that was one of my things. That's one of the reasons that I planned for the late summer trip to Switzerland, because I just wanted to sort out house things. um so today I want to share with you the itinerary that we'll be trying to follow. It's not really set in stone because of the weather, and things can be closed down quite quickly if it's like windy or rainy. So we have to kind of play it by ear and be quite flexible with it. I just hope that it doesn't rain every day, but let's see. So we'll be going for 9 days, so that's 7 full days, and obviously the two travel days. So the first night, which is Friday night, so we'll be landing in Zurich on Friday afternoon, and then just for one night only, we're going to be staying in Stu's Lodge in Stu's village. It's a car-free mountain village, and you need to take the funicular to go to the top. So um, just for one night, because we want to do the Stu's Ridge hike. Now, our main base is in Interlaken, on like our main Airbnb, but I decided that I think if it takes 3.5 hours to to come from Interlaken to Stuz, and I just don't fancy sitting on the train for 3.5 hours just to do the hike and then go back again 3.5 hours. So I just thought it'd be a good idea just if we just stay locally, and then we can just get up the next morning and do the hike. Plus, because it's a Saturday, it's going to be quite busy. Stew's Ridge is one of the most well, people have said it's probably the most famous scenic ridge hike in the whole of Switzerland, and that is why it can get quite busy, especially sort of around about towards like 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. So if we kind of get there as soon as the chairlift's open at 9 o'clock, then hopefully, we'll beat the crowds and also beat the heat as well. So, yeah, so that's Saturday. And then after Stu's, we'll be taking the train, the Lucerne Interlaken Express train, scenic train ride actually, to Lucerne. Sorry, no, from Lucerne to Interlaken. Um, so we'll be going to the Airbnb around about maybe 3, 4 o'clock, and I think we're just going to kind of explore Interlaken and not do anything much, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be quite tired from the hike anyway, and I'm gonna have to do a bit of cooking as well that evening. And then on Sunday, we're going to we're going to be doing a kind of like a relaxing itinerary. So we're going to be doing a lake cruise on Lake Brienz, and the Lake Brienz will take us to the town of Brienz, which is on the other side. I think it takes about an hour and a half. And then on from there, I'm not sure if we're going to be doing this, but if you want to, we can go on the Brienz Roton train, which is like a scenic train ride up to the summit. But it takes an hour to, for the train to go from the base to the top, and then another hour to get down. So I'm not sure if I want to spend another hour to, that's like 3 hours there. But I will see how it goes. The thing is, it's free with the Berner Oberland pass, and I'll be doing a video on the travel passes that we're going to buy. So keep an eye out for that. So and then after we come back down the train, if we are doing it, we are going to go to Eisenwald, which is like a quaint, quiet village, where this the famous Korean drama Crash Landing on You. I've not really seen it, and I don't really intend to. But the pier where they shot that piano scene, that's what everybody's saying. I don't mind to go on that pier. It's very nice and open, and you can see the whole of the background, the mountains. But yeah, but I've got a feeling it'll be quite busy because it's a Sunday as well. And I think after that, we might be going to Geeseback Falls, which is a waterfall in that sort of like in that lake area. And I do really want to go behind the waterfall, so which I think would be quite cool to do. So yeah, so that's the weekend. And then on Monday we're going to go to Lauterbrunnen, which is about 15 minutes train ride away from Interlaken. Um, so Lauterbrunnen is, you know, the valley of waterfalls is called, and it's supposed to be the most beautiful place in Switzerland. So when we get there, we will be hiring e-bikes and riding through the valley to the end in a place called Stechelberg. And from Stechelberg, we might have to lock the bikes up somewhere, and we might take the world's steepest funicular. No, sorry, not funicular. The world's steepest cable cars. There's so many things in Switzerland: funiculars, cable cars, trains. Anyway, so we'll take the cable car up to Murren, and then from Murren is again Murren is a village as well, a car-free village. We'll just hang around in Murren for a bit, and then we're going to hike down to Gimmelwald, where there is a really lovely bench spot, and if you sit on that bench, then you can look down on the Lauterbrunnen Valley. It's supposed to be really. I've seen some of the photos. Honestly, it just seems like it's unreal. Um, yeah, so that's Monday, um, and then Tuesday morning is actually very exciting because we are going to do paragliding. Um, I am a bit. I think I am a bit scared of heights, but I think I want to do this. My husband says he's. I think he's a bit scared of heights as well, but he's trying to not say that he is. But anyway, we're both going to do it. Obviously, there's going to be like a pilot behind us, so we don't have to worry about, you know, things failing or not opening or whatever. But yeah, so I'm going to do this, and then anyway, I'm going to talk about that a bit later because I'm not sure how I feel. Anyway, so after the paragliding, we're going to go to Grindelwald, and on Grindelwald you can actually do lots of activities like the mountain carts or the trotty bikes. But again, I think there might be quite a long queue for this. And I think one thing I've decided, I said to my husband, can we please not wait in the queue for hours just to do small things? It's just not worth it. So anyway, we'll see how it goes. And then after that, if we do the activities, after that we can go to Lake Bakopsi. Really nice, sort of like flat, easy hike. Takes about an hour, I think. And you can see lots of like meadows and cows and hear cowbells and things like that. And then after that, we will be going to a place called Finsteg. It's just one stop below Grindelwald first. And then in Finsteg, you can actually do a toboggan run and a zip line. And they're actually quite cheap to do. I'm going to talk about prices in my individual videos that I'll be doing, you know, when I get there. So that's Tuesday. And Wednesday, we're hoping to go to Rosenlau and the Gelmer Barn. I think I talked about those two videos in one of my other, sorry, those two places in my other videos. So Rosenlau is that really stunning, beautiful stream, and there's two, like, you know, grasses, you know, meadow type of, you know, grass bits on the side, and there's like a mountain in the background. And Gelmer Barn is that red sort of open air funicular that goes up to the top, and then from there you can actually, you know, go to Lake Gelmersee, which is actually a man-made lake, believe it or not. But again, you know, I'll talk about that when you know, on the day. So they're both quite near each other, so we'll see how sort of like to navigate that. And then Thursday we'll be going to a place called Adelboden. Adelboden is, not many tourists know about Adelboden. It's kind of like away from the main tourist areas like Lauterbrunnen and Grindelwald. And in Adelboden, there's actually like a giant swing, sort of like overlooking the mountains. That'd be quite nice to do. Um, and then from Adelboden, you can actually take a bus ride that will take you to Oceanensee, which is the most, you know, probably one of the most famous or the most famous lakes in Switzerland. Turquoise blue lake with mountains surrounding it. But I think people have said that Oceanensee is quite crowded. But again, we'll see. Like if we don't do these things on Thursday, then I think we might go back to Latchbrunnen and then maybe do like go up to the Shilton where the James Bond movie was filmed. It's like a rotating restaurant, or then we might do the Mannlichen to Kleiner Sheddick hike. So lots of other alternatives that we can do. And then Friday is the last day. So and on Friday we're thinking of going to Zermatt, which is the home of the Matterhorn. Um, so when we get there, I think it's about 2.5 hours on the train. And then when we get there, so we're thinking of hiring a car on Friday because we want to take the car in. I think it's a bit more quicker with the car as well. And with the car, you can go on the Lochberg car train. It's literally a car train. Like the car goes on the train and you're sitting in it. And it takes you through, because I don't think there's any roads to actually go to this like Zermatt. You have to either to get on the car train or go on a train. So so again we'll see. And when we get there, we're going to take the you can't actually take the car into the town of Zermatt. Again, it's a car free town. So I think we have to get off at a place called Tash and park the car there. And then from Tash you can actually take a train all the way up to the Gornergrat, where you can see the glaciers and the snow, and then and also obviously the views of the Matterhorn. And then I think we're planning to sort of take the train down to a place called Rotenboden, get off there, and then hike to Lake Rifflesea, where you can actually see the reflection of the Matterhorn on a clear day, obviously. And then I think you can do a bit more hiking, you can see more glaciers, and also you can actually see these black-nosed sheep, which they're quite famous in Zermatt, I think. So we'll see how that goes. So yeah, so lots of things to do. I'm not sure in what order we're going to be doing these things in. Again, think it's going to rain quite a lot next week. When we're there, but you know, we just have to sort of like again be quite flexible. And I was asking myself, would I prefer a heat wave or rain? In Switzerland, and I think I said I prefer a heat wave because at least in a heat wave you're not going to get anything shut down because of wind or rain. You can still go outside, and remember that the Switzerland humidity is much lower than the London humidity, and if you go up to the mountains, and even if it's 35 degrees on the in the valley, if you go to the mountains it's 10 degrees cooler. So yeah, I don't mind if there was a heat wave next week because I think it's better than rain. But anyway, let's see how it goes. So if you want to follow me on these each day journey to the different places, then please subscribe, because I'll be doing a video each day and talking in more detail about the prices, and where we went, and details that you probably be quite useful hopefully to you. So yeah, I think that's it really. So thank you for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.